really an indication of how far this Alabama team has come under Nate Oats.
Most prolific three-point shooting team in the country. Alabama raining down the threes.
You got to credit this Alabama defense. They get back, they grind, they're right up in you. 6 triples in the first 4 minutes.
Great to have you with us for another edition of the Nate Oats Show, brought to you by Tri-Green Equipment, along with the head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide. I'm Chris Stewart. Coach, always good to visit with you, but especially after 2 wins, a great week for the Tide.
It's always good to do this show when we just went 2-0, so it's good to we're on a little bit of a winning streak. It's been a while since we won 3 in a row.
We'll try to get to that. We'll talk about it in a bit, but the 2 wins that did take place over the course of the last week, Mississippi State most recently, but Arkansas prior to that really set the tone. Great win for your squad against a red-hot Razorback team.
Yeah, I mean, they had won 9 straight. They were the hottest team in the SEC coming in, and we did a lot of things wrong in that game and still somehow managed to find a way to win the game. We turned the ball over 24 times and gave them 21-0 boards. We didn't play great, but we played well enough.
Right.
To where, I think we made 1 out of our last 18 threes, too, so we didn't have a great shooting night either. But, our defense was good enough. We played hard enough. We were good enough to beat them. We closed it late. We had to stop late to win the game. It was good. I want to build our team on defense. I think our defense is improving. I thought our defense was pretty good that game.
And found some offense late that gave you the opportunity to win that game. We're going to see that in the highlights because it came from Noah Gurley, who's had his ups and downs, as many of your players have, Coach, but a couple of threes early, but the 2 big makes in the paint late. Here's one of them, really the difference maker.
Yeah, I thought, we don't win that without Noah. Noah scored the last 4 points for us. He was also playing really hard. Chased down a loose ball right before he scored those 2 buckets. That was the game winner right there. Corner dropped it to him, so I'm happy for him. He's been shooting it well. He had been our leading 3-point percentage shooter in conference play. He still may be, but he's been making threes. He's scoring in the paint. He's doing well. JD's starting to come around too. He's looking a lot less like a freshman. He's looking like a lot more experienced player. He's playing aggressive. That should have been an and one. It's good. It's on the highlight film because they called everything where they fell to the ground a charge, but that was good aggressive play. Shaq's been scoring it pretty well. This wasn't one of his better scoring games, but I thought he did a lot of things defensively. He got to the old boards. We needed his defense, and he's been pretty good that way. And even when he's not shooting it well, he's finding a way to still put the ball in the hole for us.
Great to see him develop as a complete player. Some of the numbers once again, and again, after a 5-point lead at the half, Arkansas made a late push, but you had built enough of a cushion, you were able to hang on.
Yeah, our defense kind of held on for us there. It helped that Note didn't play in the first half. I really felt like we should have gotten a lot bigger lead than what we had, but it's good to hold on and win a quality game against the hottest team in the SEC. They had just beat Auburn the game before. Auburn was number 1 in the country when they played, so it was a big game for us.
Great win for the Tide. Let's go all access, looking back at Alabama's victory over Arkansas.
The hottest team in the SEC, the Hogs, have won 9 straight. They take on an Alabama team that can beat anybody.
Time to make our run. We started at Ole Miss. Let's keep it going.
Who's ready to go to war at 11 a.m.?
Blocking on D, offense gonna take care of itself. I feel good. Have fun. Hey, go there, have fun, y'all. Come on, let's go.
Alone 3, and make it he does. Jaden Shackelford takes advantage.
Inbounds Rojas, 3 bottom, left alone, and he buried it. Boy, when they dare us, you got to deliver. Stepping back, jumper 5.
J.D. Davison, got it.
Nice feed inside Bediako play.
Boy, the timing on that. A Bediako jam. Followed by Keon Ellis. Alabama's turning it into a run.
Puts it up off the glass. No. Wow, to himself.
Breakaway. Big guy going to the line.
To the rim, high off the glass and in. Huge play. Javon Quinterly down. Spinning, shooting, scoring over Jalen Williams. What a play. Take a deep breath. Bama hangs on. Tide wins it here in Tuscaloosa.
Tide, so I don't know who Noah and
Oh, no, he got the last one. Bring it on.
Big emotional win, knocking off Arkansas, Coach, and then you got to turn around and take on a Mississippi State team that had beaten you once already this year.
Yeah, and they beat us because they pounded us on the offensive board in the last 8 minutes of the game, so we made a big point emphasis that we have to rebound the ball for 40 minutes. I didn't stick around to watch the last 8 minutes to make sure we rebounded it, but I got to see it on TV in the training room, and it looked like JD was rebounding the ball pretty well. It looked like our guys rebounded it well there to close the game. So we fixed what the issue was in the first game. We came up with a win.
I'm offended you didn't listen to the radio, but we'll check out the highlights here from television. A big win for your squad. Javon Quinterly, Coach, I thought as good as he's been at any point this year.
No, he was really good. I was happy for him. His mom and dad came down. It was his mom's birthday on the day of the game, so it's a good birthday present for his mom. We might have to generate some relatives' birthdays for the rest of the games and get him in town for that, if that's what he's going to do. But I thought he was aggressive, shot it with confidence, played hard on defense. You know, it looked like the Javon Quinterly we've all expected and know we could play like. We've seen a lot in practice. So hopefully we can keep that one playing like that the rest of the year. Because I mean, we're good when he plays that level.
A lot of confidence, so smooth. He got it done on the defensive
No, he
end
did.
as well.
So I say he's playing hard. He's making some tough blue-collar plays. Like he made big plays on both ends for us this game.
Got a little help, man. The big fella starting to figure it out, isn't he?
Really, really. I mean, he got to the rim. Our guards found him. He's able to dunk. He had 6 dunks, 6 blocks. He's protecting the paint on the defensive end really well. Rebounding it, finishing at the rim. He's doing exactly what we need him to do. So, you know, I was really happy for him. He's been playing well for us.
Footwork getting better as he gets stronger, as you've discussed. It's got a young man with a bright, bright future.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he's long, athletic. He runs well. Plays, you know, he plays well in our system, moving up and down the floor. Darius been playing well, and he steps up in games. He shows up for big-time games, and 2 of 4 from 3, 7 rebounds. Played some great defense. Took the charge. It was big late. Kind of the dunk that finished it off. I was happy for him. You know, JD rebounded. He got 10 rebounds, so we've been on him to rebound. I think the more he rebounds, the more we can get out in transition. You know, he's a big, strong, physical guard. There's a steal for him. He's been playing harder on defense, which, you know, if he can rebound, play hard on defense, we can get him out in transition more where he's better anyways.
SEC Freshman of the Week coming into this week, and maybe the front runner for next as well. He had a really solid stat line.
No, he did. He had a great stat line, and shoot, if he could play well at Kentucky, he probably would be the front runner. So, and happy for him. He's got his mind in the right spot. He's just trying to do what he can to help us win. You know, and really that's with all our guys at this point. Like, what can you do to help us win? What can you do to contribute to winning? Like, you know, we needed him to rebound. You know, our guards didn't do a great job rebounding against Mississippi State, so we were on him. And Shaq had 8, he had 10. It was great. Both those guys stepped up and rebounded the ball well. So, and we only shot 20% from 3. So even when we're not making threes at a high clip, we can still win big games if we do a lot of the other stuff right.
We go all access after victories, and thankfully, 80-75, Bama was the final.
I'm with y'all every day. I know what we got. I want y'all to be great. All right? Go be great tonight. This is why you work.
Long pass down low. Beniaco the flush on a nice feed. Quinterly steps up. 3, bottom.
Why not get it inside again? And that's Noah Gurley.
Quarter Miles. Spots up. 3 ball bottom.
What a block by Beniaco. Behind the back, Shackelford.
Behind the back to the trailer. Shaq for the layup.
Beniaco runs the floor. The confidence of Quinterly.
Shaq, no look. Beniaco the slam. And Alabama forces State to use a timeout. 3, bottom.
Davison follows and he's fouled.
Bama comes the other way. Here comes the Tide to Miles. To the rack. The flush. And Bama wins it 80-75. Crimson Tide with a victory. Had to fight to do it.
Somebody made some big-time plays. They didn't score. They hit the 2 free throws, and they didn't score for a long time. Like you guys stepped up, and so where's the hard hat? Give me that thing. Look, yeah. Listen, 6 blocks. Freaking. That's pretty.
So the hard hat has gone from the locker room. I saw people in the stands wearing it. Besides the students, it's all over the place. So tell me the origins of this. Does it go back to Romulus, or is that a Buffalo thing?
It was a Buffalo thing. Like trying to think. I think it was our second year. We were, we made the tournament our first year. We were, I think, a little complacent, soft. And Lindsey Hunter, that played in the NBA for a long time, was one of my assistants, and he played for the Pistons, bad boys. And he came in and said one day, like, we aren't blue collar enough. Like we don't play hard enough. And so I thought about it. I went home, thought but our guys don't even know what he means when he says blue collar.
Yeah.
Like so, I came in, explained to him what blue collar is. Arnie was helping us at the time. Said to Arnie, like, we need to find a hard hat or something. So we had a guy in the church that owned a construction company and got us a real hard hat that had been worn on a construction site, and we kind of put somebody got the Bulls thing on it, and we started figuring out how to assign points to all the stuff that was blue collar to us, and kind of made that our reward. We wanted to celebrate winning stuff that maybe didn't get celebrated in the media so much. So charges, deflections, loose balls, floor dives, rebounds, rebound tips. Some of the stuff shows up in a box score, like rebounds and blocks, but, a lot of it doesn't. So we just wanted to celebrate something other than scoring points that contributes to winning that we need to do a better job of, and that's where it started. And then we kind of took on a life of its own. In Buffalo, we used to wear the mechanics shirts. It looked like we were ready to change oil before the game. That's what the assistants warm the guys up in. So maybe we'll break those out here at some point.
It's a great look. All right, we got more Code Up. Stay with us right here on the Nate Oats Show.
Swings it around a hole. Open look three. Boy, that looked good, didn't it?
My favorite memory on the court, probably winning a 2-time state championship in high school. Definitely D Miles or AC. D Miles, cause he always just making jokes at the right time, and his jokes are funny. And then AC, he's really corny, so it's kind of funny. So I mess with the corny, What motivates me to keep working, keep playing basketball, really just my family, my mom. I get my work ethic from my mom telling me and showing me how hard to work in life. And yeah, she's just pushing me to go harder and work harder, so my mom.
Coach, great young man. Part of your program has got a bright future, but he's factoring into what you're doing right now.
No, he's playing really well for us. He's gotten much better at the defensive end, which is what we challenge him to do. How are you going to get on the floor? We need defense. Our defense struggling. So he's really locked in. He's 6'6", with a 6'10" wingspan. It's athletic. He can play hard. And he was a shooter in high school. Shooting's something that comes and goes a little bit. He struggled to shoot it a little bit on the year, but he's athletic. He rebounds. He's willing to mix it up. He's put on weight. He's tough. And we know he can shoot. I think that'll come. But it's been more of the other stuff. He hit the three that was big against Arkansas. We needed every point we could get that game. But, it's hard, too. When you come out as a freshman, you've kind of been the man in high school, and, you got to kind of find a different role. And sometimes it takes guys a little longer, but he's got to the point where we're better team defensively when he's on the floor a lot of times because we can put him on some of those bigger, longer, more athletic wings. You can kind of put him on a 2 through a 4, sometimes even switch 1 through 4. You know, he rebounds it well. So I think he's got good upside, which is why we recruited him. We thought his length, athleticism, we put the weight on. You know, he just had to figure out defensively what we wanted. He's been pretty good here lately.
All right, Coach, when we come back, we'll take a look at what's next for your squad and wrap things up here on the Nate Oats Show. Coach, life on the SEC, it's a challenge every week. One team you've already faced and one that you haven't seen, Kentucky, then Vanderbilt coming up next.
Yeah, I mean, Kentucky's Kentucky, obviously, and they're back to being the Kentucky everybody knows, you know, top 5 in the country, playing well. They're coming off a loss at Tennessee, which is not the best time to play them, but we thought we played them really well at our place. We just couldn't make a shot. I mean, we shot 3 of 30 from 3, so, you know, if we shoot 3 of 30 from 3, and we're probably not going to win the game, but I don't think we will. I think we'll shoot it better. We've been shooting the ball a little better, obviously, the last couple of games. Maybe not as much. Ole Miss, we shot it well. So, you know, I thought Sheboy's maybe going to be the best rebounder in the history of college basketball for a year, like if he keeps up what he's doing. But I thought Bediako did a good job making it tough for him to score, even if he did get an old board. We didn't score a ton on us. We got to make sure Grady's not getting anything easy as well. Vanderbilt we haven't seen yet, but Stackhouse plays an NBA style. They probably play as close to what we do as anybody else in the league. I like watching Vanderbilt attack teams that we're going to play to see how they attacked them and see what worked and what didn't, because they're fairly similar to us in how they play. Scottie Pippen Jr. is one of the best players in the league. Really smart, heady. You know, they've got some guys making some shots. I think they played some teams tough. I mean, they played Kentucky tough. They played, I mean, they were right in this game with Tennessee. They played a lot of teams tough. They've got some good wins. They're good. Like, we're going to have to play well. You know, and they've beat us at our place since I've been here. I mean, it's not an easy game. Like, he's got, you know, Stackhouse was a tough player. He's got his team playing tough, and they're well coached.
All right, Coach, we missed a milestone for you and your program, you and your career, 150 wins.
When did
Came
that happen?
about a week and a half ago,
No, I didn't
something
know.
like that. I know you didn't know, but 155 now for your career. Congratulations on that. But another milestone, a landmark, the 25th edition of the Nate Oats Show. We got a couple of things. Normally, you celebrate with a cake. The guys
like
are bringing a cake
lettuce.
in.
What are we...
I get the cake, but we understand, I'm told you are
I'm trying
backing
to win.
off a little bit.
I'm trying to win. We got this fat loss contest as a staff, so it's maybe appropriate. I don't just eat lettuce. I mean, everybody thinks that's what I'm eating, but I'm definitely not eating that until the contest is over.
Well, good, because I'm not going to give you any of it anyway. It's staying over here. Congratulations on 25.
That looks like it'd be good, though.
We'll take the temptation away.
Aaron probably likes them.
Yeah, but congratulations, 25, and here's to 125 more.
I can't even get mine lit, though. I mean, I'm not going to eat the cake. I could eat the lettuce, but I can't even get the candle lit.
Fat-free ranch. Will that work? We'll like this one as we go away. Thanks for joining us. We will see you next time right here on the Nate Oats Show. Roll Tide.
Oh,
Here
it's
we go.
dripping.
There we go. Yeah.
All over. Yeah. Burn my finger.
This has been a presentation from Learfield,